Today, I'm going to introduce you to the Savannah Bananas, a collegiate summer team that is completely changing the game of baseball in almost every conceivable way. If this really is your first exposure to this team, buckle up, because the things I'm going to talk about in this video are going to take everything you know about baseball and flip it on its head. Since their inception, the Savannah Bananas have sold out every single home game, and as of today have tens of thousands of people on the waitlist for tickets to see them do what they do. While this is still a baseball team, the baseball the Bananas play is not the baseball you know. The way they play it is self-described as the one and only banana ball. And soon you're going to find out why so many people are talking about this phenomenon and learn about it in all of its glory. This is the coolest video topic I've ever covered on this channel, and I cannot wait for you to meet the coolest baseball team on earth. This video is brought to you by Out of the Park Baseball Go. If you somehow don't already know, Out of the Park Baseball is by far the most detailed and in-depth baseball simulation game in the world that allows you to run your favorite or even fictional baseball team, and it's finally found its way to mobile devices so you can play it anywhere you go. Out of the Park Baseball Go has two modes: Franchise, where you can manage any team throughout MLB, KBO, or minor league history, and Perfect Team, where you create your own team and play against other players and their teams. The selection of MLB teams you can manage includes the entirety of MLB history from 1901 to present day. The game offers an unbelievable amount of detailed realism, from negotiating every last detail of a contract extension, to setting in-game strategies, to adjusting park factors for custom stadiums, to getting reactions from roster moves that you make. I decided to run the Mets and trade Jacob deGrom, and I immediately got an email saying fan interest crashed. I have genuinely never seen this level of detail and decision making in a game like this before. The game is also compatible with the PC version, so you can match your teams up with friends who play on PC for a seamless cross-platform experience. You can start playing Out of the Park Go and download it on iOS or Android by using the link in the top of the description. A big thank you to our friends at Out of the Park Go for sponsoring today's video. This video isn't meant to make you laugh, it's not meant to teach you about stats, it has only one purpose: to inform you about who the Savannah Bananas are, what they do, and what makes them the coolest team in sports. Similar to the Bananas in their own chaotic nature, there really isn't any kind of strict structure to this video. I'm just going to go through a list of all the cool things that the Savannah Bananas do, and that's all this video needs. So let's get started. Every home game at Grayson Stadium in Savannah, Georgia begins exactly the way you'd expect it to, with the banana baby.
What the fuck?
Before the game, one special newborn is held up to the heavens in celebration, straight out of The Lion King. There can be around 30 children placed on a waitlist by their parents to take part in this tradition, some of which may not even exist while they're waiting on it. There have been pregnant women who've put their unborn children on this waitlist so they'll be stage ready not too long after they're born. And yes, they wear a baby-sized banana suit. One general tradition for I'd say a majority of baseball fans is to bring a glove to any game that you go to. You just never know when you're going to get a shot at catching a foul ball. If you're going to a Savannah Bananas game though, this is an even bigger deal. Because anytime a fan catches a foul ball at a Bananas game, the batter is automatically called out. This is just one of the many insanely weird rules implemented in Banana Ball, and it's only one of the many I'm going to talk about in this video. When the Savannah Bananas score their first run in a ball game, they trot through the stands to high-five the fans as means for celebration. Thankfully, teams like the Mets and Pirates don't do this, because that would probably get awkward. What's a pretty generic thing you'd expect a collegiate sports team to have? If your answer was depression and crippling student debt, you'd probably be right on, but another good answer would have been a pep band and a cheerleading squad. The Bananas have that and a whole lot more. Their cheerleading squad is named the Banana Nanas, and it is an exclusive dance team for women 60 and older.
So you have to be 65, and you do have to have some dance experience.
The Banana Nanas have the youngest spirits of anybody you'll ever meet, and bring just the right kind of touch to an organization who values entertainment above all else. Banana Ball, a self-branded variant of the game of baseball we all know and love. The Bananas organization's main goal is to make baseball more entertaining, to create something unique, innovative, and something that would succeed in keeping fans engaged, unlike anything the big suits over at Major League Baseball could come up with. This twisted take on the sport started to take shape back in 2018 and wasn't implemented outside of intra-squad until late last summer. Team founder and owner Jesse Cole and company wanted to brainstorm new ideas to make their brand of baseball fun and decided to try out some fun rules in a practice game with some college players. Creativity was of course encouraged, they were asked for all kinds of feedback and ideas from the players who partook in that experiment, and it eventually led to the Banana Ball that's celebrated by thousands of fans today. Now let's talk exclusively about some Banana Ball exclusive rules and regulations that would make just about any diehard baseball purist flatline. Jesse Cole is well known for his saying, quote, "If it's normal, do the exact opposite." And you'll see with your own eyes how that motto has materialized in his work. So what differentiates this Banana Ball from the classic baseball we all know? Well, the Bananas didn't just want to innovate the minor nuances of the sport, they went even bigger. They literally changed the way you win a baseball game. In Banana Ball, instead of your goal being to score more runs than your opponent after 9 innings of play, the objective is to score more runs than your opponent every inning. If you score more than your opponent in 1 inning, you win the inning, you get the point. First team to 5 points wins the game. In any inning, as soon as the home team scores more than their opponent, the inning ends. Alternatively, the home team can make 3 outs and it would end just like it would normally, and the road team would get the point if they scored more. Next rule, no stepping out of the batter's box. Once a batter enters the box, he cannot leave. If he does, he gets a strike added to the count, so it is entirely possible to strike out in Banana Ball without being thrown a single pitch. Next rule, bunting is banned. And if you listen closely, you can hear the hearts of millions of anti-DHers attacking. This one seems like the only rule Major League Baseball may have accidentally adopted over the past few years. The next one's a personal favorite. Batters can steal first. If at any point there is a wild pitch or a passed ball, the batter can break for first just like he would on a dropped third strike. If he beats it out, he has stolen first base. In Banana Ball, there are no walks allowed. If a 4th ball is thrown to a batter, he has to sprint to first base while the catcher throws the ball around the infield to every defensive player besides the pitcher and of course himself. I say of course like it's an obvious thing, but honestly with a team like this, it would probably be the 30th weirdest thing that they do. The batter can advance as many bases as he wants while the catcher throws it around, and the ball only becomes live once the ball has been thrown around to everyone. You throw Edwin Diaz in a Bananas uniform and he literally might lose his mind. The Bananas have a no-nonsense mound visit policy. There are absolutely no mound visits allowed by coaches, catchers, or other players. They like to keep the game moving at a steady pace, and I like that. Assuming this video never gets seen by Rob Manfred, it's probably safe to go on to the next rule. 2-hour time limits. Once a game hits the 2-hour mark, no new innings can begin. If a team hasn't reached 5 points, the game goes to what's called a showdown tiebreaker. So follow along with me here. If a game reaches the showdown tiebreaker, each team chooses 1 pitcher and 1 hitter to face off. The defensive team has a pitcher, a catcher, and only 1 fielder behind them. If the ball is put in play, the batter has to make it all the way around the bases and score to get 1 point. Both the pitcher and fielder can grab the ball wherever it's hit and throw it home for a play at the plate. If the batter strikes out or gets thrown out at the plate, no point. If 4 balls are thrown, the batter takes second base and the offensive team sends somebody else to bat. First team to 5 wins. If it's tied, the first team to prevent the other team from scoring wins. And those are the main rules that make Banana Ball Banana Ball. But the entertainment doesn't stop there. The Bananas are all about putting on a show for the fans, and there's no team in the world that knows how to do it quite like them. Through a great social media presence, insane in-game and off-the-field shenanigans, and one man on a giant pair of stilts, the Bananas have a clear separation between themselves and the rest of the sports world. Now, I don't know how often they do all of these things, but the fact that they've done them at all and are doing things just as weird every day should be enough. What introduced me to the Bananas was this video I saw posted on Twitter from the official Bananas TikTok account, which, might I add, has more TikTok followers than the accounts of any other Major League Baseball team, where a batter, bat in one hand, microphone in the other, hyped up the crowd while doing his own introduction. That TikTok I mentioned, by the way, has 801,000 followers, which is pretty much double what any other MLB team has. And their TikTok account is absolutely worth the follow. It has a man on stilts batting in-game, a shirtless twerking first baseman with a cowboy hat, horse riding on the field, oh yeah, and a kilt, by the way, they do that sometimes, don't worry about it, musical numbers, tea parties, banana dogs, the Chubby Bunny challenge mid-game. I could literally sit here for hours and list this shit off. The team dances at games, does post-game interviews in bathroom stalls.
Sorry to interrupt you here, buddy, getting right in your splash zone.
Flower girls walk batters to the plate. They do team music videos. No chair rallies, leapfrog lineup cards.
Dan Overs, first base.
Parodies of The Office, ASMR post-game interviews.
Well, to be honest with you, yes.
Their first base coach breakdances. One of their coaches can't ride most amusement parks. It just doesn't end. Like I said, I could literally sit here for hours on end and go over all of the crazy things the Bananas have done in the past or do on a regular basis. My job, this job on Stark Raving Sports, is to make entertaining baseball content, and I am always trying to find new and interesting ways to innovate and make the game more interesting for fans. And I have to tip my cap to owner Jesse Cole and the Bananas organization for creating the ultimate baseball entertainment experience. And for all of this craziness, the team's actually pretty talented. They won the Coastal Plain League Championship a few weeks ago, going 36-8, and had 8 players drafted in this year's Major League Baseball draft. This show is a heartwarming, smile-inducing, blood-pumping mess, and it's exactly the kind of feel-good thing baseball needs to grow. Major League Baseball may not take any inspiration from what the Bananas are doing, but that's just their loss. Major League Baseball has been scrambling for years to try and make the game more entertaining, and haven't come anywhere close to creating anything near as exciting a product. I'm not saying I don't love the sport we have, and I'm not saying they should go and adopt every crazy rule the Bananas have, but I think there's a lot that can be learned from such an appealing experiment. Had to do it once. Thank you to the Bananas for making baseball more fun and getting more eyes on the sport we all love, even if it is a little different than the one we're used to. Here's to many more years of innovation, entertainment, and success for the Savannah Bananas organization. You now have a lifelong fan in me, and I cannot wait to get a chance to come see a game down there. The Savannah Bananas are the coolest baseball team on the planet.
Just bop him.
You put my stuff in Jell-O again. It's real professional.
Julia Robb!
Hurts!
Cynthia! Cynthia! Bop bop beep bop! Bop bop boop bop! She's dead! She's dead!